Well, oh, now I see that 4 people are watching me now. Hello, everyone. My name is Dmitry Elisov, founder of Flystat Instagram Analytics and Instagram Promotion. I hope you see the chat on the right of our YouTube channel or at the bottom. If you hear me, can you please write plus that you see me or any symbol, so I know that you hear me well and can see the picture. There's a little lag between what I'm saying and when you hear it, so I will wait for a little bit. I still hope that somebody hears me. So there's a form, the live chat form, on the right bottom under the image. So if you hear me, please write something that I know that you hear me. Maybe we have some problems with our connection. We will check in a few moments. Oh, so I see that Hardy hears me. That's nice. Yeah, so I can start. So, once again, hello everyone. I hope you are having a great day. I want to make a short webinar about the changes that Instagram introduced in 2016. They're very interesting and they actually influenced the way we work a lot. Because previously we could just have as much followers as we want without actually caring about their quality. So we could just have 100,000 followers and hope that some of them are good, just some of them. Like, you know, we have 100,000 followers and 2 or 5,000 of them are actually good quality followers, and maybe 95,000 are dummy followers or people from different region that don't know how they appeared following our account. And we will get to this because now it's very different. So the plan is very simple. Why Instagram? Of course I have to start with why we are doing Instagram. What should we expect from Instagram in the near future? Some details, tips, strategies that are working now. They're different from what it used to be. And finally, some nice tools for your Instagram that will help your business to thrive on Instagram. So first, why? This social network is unique for its college audience that actually has enough money, because these people, as you can see, they're already in their late 20s and early 30s, and they usually do not have children. They graduated from school or even college, and their income is actually closer to $30,000-$60,000. they mostly browse Instagram from work. It's important when you think about where they watch, where they look at your profile from. So you should post from 9 to 5 usually, because that's the time your audience actually looks at your account. So what businesses are perfect for Instagram? Mainly it's lifestyle, luxury products, services, some products for leisure, and even accessories for mobile phones, because it's mobile network, social network that people use from mobile devices. And because of this, you can easily advertise anything that can be used with mobile phones, like different headphones, covers, maybe glass for their screen, or repair services. Everything goes well with mobile phones. Why is Instagram so good and it gains popularity so fast among business? First of all, when you pay for ads on Instagram, they appear in the feed, and the Instagram user has to look at the advertisement. He or she just cannot pass it without noticing and reading it thoroughly. So because of this, it has highest engagement. And because Instagram is one of the latest social networks, it actually doesn't have so much competition. Because when business starts, what usually comes to mind of a business owner? Oh, I should register my Facebook page for my business. I should do it on Facebook. And very little people think about Instagram. And because of this, when you start going to Instagram, you have much less competition than on Facebook, for example. So some good examples. Since we are mainly working in Russia now, I will start with the Russian examples, but we also start working with United States, and I hope in our next webinar we will actually have some good American examples. First one is a toy for kids. It's a rabbit. It has 24.6 thousand followers, and usually they have about $15,000 a month in sales. So they post different promotions, they participate in different shoutouts, do advertising with bloggers. Actually, they do a lot of advertising with bloggers, and also they try to work together with similar products like clothes for children, or maybe some washing liquids for that are good for children. So they can earn quite a lot of money just from Instagram. Another good example is a PlayPad. It's a special tablet PC for kids. So it has very limited software that is good for children. It has a very nice design that children love. So they also do a lot of different advertising. They tell stories about their business. You can see they have photos of their production site. They have pictures using current memes from internet. And they also do, because they have to interest not only parents and children, not only mothers of children, but also fathers. So sometimes they just post specifications of the tablets, like it has Intel processor, it has 256 megabytes of RAM, or something like this. So they try to interest everyone who is a stakeholder in buying this PlayPad tablet. And one of the greatest examples, actually, it happened just 2 weeks ago. The company Omega, which sells watches, did incredible $11 million in just 4 hours. They sold 2012 watches just via Instagram. So they just did this post, and in 4 hours all 2012 items were sold. So I think you can imagine how wonderful is Instagram as a platform for sales. And they didn't have, a lot of information, just a link to the website speedytuesday.com. So that's all they had advertised in this post, and still it was enough for them. So what was changed in 2016? First of all, everything started happening in March. Instagram told that they're going to introduce Smart Feed, and nobody actually understood what it was. And at that time, all your posts were shown to all 100% of your followers. So basically you had 100% reach. Among your followers. And posts and feed were shown in chronological order. It was nice, so the first post usually was made like 12 seconds ago, then it was 5 minutes ago, 2 days ago, and so on. And then in December it started happening. Smart Feed was finally enabled, and reach suddenly dropped to about 20%. So those who had their Instagram Insights enabled, it's a special tool for business accounts, they saw that their reach, for example, you have 20,000 followers, and you noticed that only 1,000 followers or 5,000 followers actually saw your post, and 15,000 followers didn't see your post. They didn't have even a chance to see your post because Instagram didn't include it in their feed. Okay, 20%. It sounds bad, but not very bad. Then, in January 2017, so it was just a month ago, some businesses already saw reach as low as 1%. So you can see in this case, this account has 64,000 followers, and only 700 people actually saw the post. It's disturbing for many businesses. When they have 64,000 followers, they probably worked really hard to get so much, and now they understand that it just doesn't work. And there is a better example for an account with 23,000 followers. They actually got 10% reach, and now we can consider this as a good result for a business account. And I think you understand that it's not actually extremely good result, because 10% is still not 100%, and you just waste 20,000 followers. They will never see your publications. It's very sad. But it's the way it works now, and everybody plays by the same rules. We have to understand this. And Instagram is actually trying to engage people as much as possible. So we will get only the best, the most loyal followers. Only they will see our posts. And all we have to do is we have to understand the new rules and play by them. And I will go into much detail about this in a few moments. So then Instagram introduced a very cool feature called Stories. So now you don't only have your main feed where posts stay forever, you also can make small publications that last only 24 hours. It's actually very nice because what's nice about it? You appear on the top of the screen, and it's still in chronological order, so you can add some stuff every hour, and it will disappear later, so you will not overload your feed or your account. And also only a few people started using it, so we still have, I think, 2-3 months for using this feature a lot. So you can just post stories every day, and not a lot of people use stories, so you will always be paid attention. Another thing that appeared in Russia, it appeared just a week ago, is live stories. If you know social network Periscope, it's the same. So you can do live translations. It's very good when you do, for example, webinars, or you do some live giveaways. You can do some online chat with your followers. For example, if your business has some celebrity, some famous person like CEO who is actually very popular, like Elon Musk with Tesla or PayPal. Imagine you have an Instagram account for Tesla, and of course people would like to chat online with Elon Musk. So this feature is very cool if you want to get a lot of engagement with your followers. Last one is disappearing messages. It's a nice one, for example, if you want to give some call to actions that are really fast. So you want to do some quick conversions, like you send a promo code and say it will last only a few minutes. So you can try this now, or the message will just disappear. So what are the strategies that can be used for Instagram, for business on Instagram? There are quite a lot of them. I think you know many of them. For example, you can use hashtags, some of them for search, some for sales. You can use offline advertising, you can do viral content, cross-posting, loop giveaways. A lot of this you will get the PDF presentation after this webinar, so you can study this later. So first one, which people usually use, is mass following and mass liking. It's pretty simple. You just follow and like people, they get notification, go to your account and decide if they want to follow you back. It's really simple. And the problem is people did following everybody, just following all countries, all interests, everyone. Now they get 100,000 followers and they get 1% reach, because people are not genuinely interested in their content. It's awful. So be sure that if you actually do following and liking, it's not that bad, because I know a lot of people think that it's very bad. It's not bad. It's just a way to get 1,000 to 3,000 followers a month. Why would somebody think that getting 1,000 to 3,000 followers a month is bad? It's not bad. All you have to do is to target your audience pretty well. So be sure that you know exactly who would like to follow you, where to find them, and follow and like them, and it will work. Hashtags. It's like search engine optimization, but on Instagram. For example, you sell mobile phones. Be sure that you have different hashtags that are connected to mobile phones, but also be sure that these hashtags are not highly overused. A good combination of popularity is about 200, maybe 500 uses of a hashtag on Instagram, not more. Because if it's more, then when you start searching for this hashtag, you will get so much posts that your image will just go very down below very quickly. So better use some hashtags that are not used much. In this case, your picture will stay on top longer, and even if the hashtag is not very highly used, you will still get much more chance to be noticed by somebody else. Advertising posts is a great way to promote your account on Instagram, because it's very predictable. For example, in a 10,000 follower account, if you do advertising, you can estimate to get 200-300 followers, and it costs about $15. So you just know that for $15 you get 300 followers. And actually it's much cheaper than official targeted advertising on Instagram. So if you, for example, you want to grow 10,000 followers a month, you can just know that you will get 1,000 from Massfollowing, which is like free, and you also have to get 9,000 followers from advertising posts, just you will understand that it's $15 for every 300 followers. You will multiply 15 by 30, get $450 for advertising budget, find right accounts, advertise, and it's done. If you do not have $450, you can do Shoutout for Shoutout. Just search for accounts of similar size. For example, I have an account about traveling and I have 10,000 followers. So all I have to do is just to find other accounts about travel that also have about 10,000 followers. Maybe not about travel, maybe something similar. Maybe it will be about restaurants or about traveling is usually looked at by women. So we can think of some other accounts, types of accounts that are interesting for females. For example, cosmetics or medicine. So we can do Shoutout with medicine accounts or bloggers. And it will be free because we are similar, we have similar interests, similar audience, and we just advertise each other and get our followers for free. That's nice. But takes a lot more time because we have to find the accounts for specific purpose and specific parameters. So first of all, let's suppose that your account is already good and it's engaging. But for example, you're stuck now with bad audience, which could happen. For example, you have 8,000 followers and of them 6,000 live in another country and cannot use your business at all, and they're not interested. So what would you do? For example, how does Instagram reach works? It's a very simple way to understand how this works. So you publish a post, then Instagram, so this post is shown to your first 100 most loyal followers. Usually they are your friends, your family, and Instagram checks how they like your post. If your post gets enough engagement, then it is shown to 300 a little less loyal followers. Then if it gets enough engagement, it is shown to 1,000 followers, and so on. So what you have to do is to get a lot of traction. So just as people start seeing your post, you have to start provoking likes. For example, you should even you can say, like this post because it's a contest, or if you like the idea on this post, like it, or something else. We will talk about this later. And also be sure to answer comments. So, which factors actually influence reach? Speed of gaining likes and comments, that's I told. Also, likes from your followers are more important than likes from your non-followers. Because Instagram has to know that actually your audience is the one that's interested in you, not some random people. Also notice that reach depends on your previous posts. So the more likes the current post get, the more reach will next posts get, which is also a nice feature. Also it checks how often you reply to comments. So be sure to reply to all comments you get if it's possible, if it's not thousands of comments. So even if just people posted an emoji, you still can thank them for posting a comment. Of course, if you get complaints about your content, then you will get a lot of fines and it will be bad for your reach. Instagram doesn't only check your page, but also it checks similar pages. So if your followers are following some similar pages, Instagram will promote your post better and you will get higher reach. Instagram also checks how much time people spend at your post. So be sure to make videos. Videos is very good. With videos, people usually watch them about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Or you can write some interesting text that people will read. If you just write long, uninteresting text, people won't read it and nothing good will happen. Also be sure that you do not post duplicates too often, because people already saw the post and they wouldn't want to see it again. Videos get more chance to appear at the featured page on Instagram, and if it's featured, then a lot of random people see it. The video gets a lot of attention from people all over the world. So in this way you get much more reach, which will later be used for your next posts, because as you remember, reach next posts will get increases if your current post get a lot of likes. So you can do some nice videos that get a lot of traction and use this accumulated reach, for example, for your selling posts. And also notice that post frequency is now less important than it was before, because the most important now is post quality. You have to do a lot of traction, a lot of likes, a lot of comments. This way you will actually get reach. And if you do just post frequency, then, as you remember the algorithm, only your 100 most loyal followers will see all your 1000 posts a day, only your family and nobody else. So that's now the way. It's not the way it works anymore. So what decreases reach? This stuff is very bad. Buying accounts with followers, buying dummy followers, participating in giveaways with accounts on different topic. Imagine that you had some loop giveaway with you have travel account and other guys are maybe some cosmetics store, another account is about cars, and people had to follow all the accounts, and they're very different people and they're not actually interested in your account, and you end up with very bad audience. Also, following, liking everyone, as I told already, it's very bad for your audience, and they will just bring your account to the bottom of Instagram. So how to raise reach? We have a lot of nice and interesting ways of increasing reach for you. Let your followers choose prize in contest in the comments section. For example, you offer people to get a ticket to your show, or get a t-shirt, or get a baseball cap, or some bag with your logo on it. And people choose in comment section what they actually want to get if they win. So you do not have to make prize for everyone, but just for one person, but they have to reply with comment what they actually want to get. This way you get a lot of comments under any post. Make just a contest that asks to leave a comment. For example, it can be that you ask some question and people have to answer correctly, or it can be their reaction to the post, like, do you like this contest? Please answer yes or no, or something like this. Ask people to leave feedback. They usually do this. So if you write interesting texts, just ask them to rate your material so you know if they like it. Ask your followers where they are from which country, from which city. Do some interesting simple games. For example, there are a lot of pictures on the internet, like how many foxes you can find in the picture, or maybe there are some boxes stacked on each other, and you have to understand how many boxes are in the picture. You can find a lot of pictures like this and get a lot of comments under the post. Or you can share a promo code for your product, and you can just ask your followers to write "I want," and you will send the promo code to their direct messages in Instagram. An interesting and creative way is to post a Santa Claus without his beard, and if you double tap, the heart will appear as a beard. So just ask people to double tap to let Santa Claus get his beard back. Another nice way to raise reach, because it also increases your engagement, is to post your feed on your website. So if you have a website or your blog, you can add your feed from Instagram with our partner. It's called juicer.io. It's a nice product. You will get this widget on your website. It has a connection and integration with different social networks. And if I click some picture, I will get a model window on my web page, and I can click view on Facebook, or I can like it, or I can comment this picture already from the website, which is actually nice and increases your engagement, which is very important now, and we all have to do everything we can to increase engagement. So this is the last block, because we do analytics and we love analytics. So why would you want to use analytics on Instagram? It's very easy, because now much more than before, we have to understand what we are doing. We have to understand our audience, if they like our posts, if they want to be engaged in our product or our materials on our Instagram account. And we have to understand that Instagram is not of course it is a friendly environment, but still everybody tries to get his share of success, of fame. Everybody tries to be important on Instagram, and the smartest always wins. So using analytics is being smart. So who would need Instagram analytics? First of all, Instagram promoters who promote Instagram accounts for other people. Also business owners who order promotion from those Instagram promoters. They have to check if everything is done correctly. Oh, sorry, I just want to disable on all messaging. Disturbs a lot. So if you're a business owner who orders promotion, you have to be sure that everything is done correctly, that you do not get dummy followers, which happens actually quite often, and it's very sad. And also, if you are a Shoutout account owner, so people order shoutouts from you, and you do advertising posts for $15. They always ask you about your audience. So where are they from? What is their age? How many dummy followers you can estimate to have? And all this. And if you have Instagram analytics integrated, you can show this with a few clicks. If you are an Instagram marketer, the tools for you are some general statistics like followers gain or followers loss, because analytics usually track what you get and what you lose every single person on Instagram. How well you do mass following, if the audience you target is actually good for your account, or you should change it as quick as possible so Instagram do not fine you for bad audience. Check how much dummy followers you have on your account, so you know this, and work with this somehow. And also be sure to just get your reports regularly, because otherwise you just start thinking that everything is good in your account, and you stop worrying about stuff, but it actually happens always, whether you look at it or not. Business owner on Instagram, you can ask your Instagram promoter to give you guest access to analytics. So every day, whether they call you or not, so imagine you have a shop you have a bar, you have just a restaurant or bar, and somebody promotes you, and you all day you work with your restaurant and bar, you have a lot of customers, and you don't have a lot of time to call your promoter, but still you want to be sure that everything works correctly. So you just ask them for guest access, and they give it to you, and whenever you can, for example in the evening, you just log in, see how it is going, and can understand if it's going right or promoter actually does some bad stuff. And also be sure not to miss a single comment. The same with bar, people can just leave some bad comments. They didn't like the service, they leave this comment, you didn't notice it, 500 your followers notice this comment, and the situation is starting to get out of control, which is not good. And if you're a Shoutout account owner and you have, for example, account about travels, and some companies like maybe Anyway Any Day or Airbnb want to post an ad on your account, they will ask you for audience analytics and post analytics, so then they can be sure they can spend money with you. So some nice accounts that are actually developed with us are Instagram store Lencom shop, which has 20,000 followers. When they connected to Flystat, they had 10,000 followers, so they did a great job over these 8 months. The same goes with Shoutout account red.by. It's an account about girls with model agency. They post pictures of girls that actually follow this account, and they choose the best ones, and they have partnership with model agencies in New York, and work as middlemen between New York model agencies and girls in Russia. Also, they started with 15,000 followers in March 2015 and managed to get 16,000 followers more in just 7 months, which is also very nice. And both owners of these accounts are loyal customers of Flystat Analytics, so we are proud of it. So just a quick overview of what can be easily solved with analytics. Find out which posts gain likes the quickest, so you know what to post to get the maximum engagement. Find out how many dummy followers you have. It's important so you do not get confused. Maybe you think that you have 100,000 live followers, and actually there is only 5,000 live followers. You can track your comments so you do not miss some bad comments. Track actions of somebody else who works with your account. You can get data for the previous periods of time, so you know how your account grows, or maybe it actually loses followers, which is bad, and you have to notice it as soon as possible. And also protect your account from being banned for too much activity. It's also possible, and analytics can help you mitigate it. So if you do too much following, Instagram notices it, and the worst thing which can happen when, for example, 3 different persons use one account. If you have a restaurant and a manager, some social media manager, and just another guy who also works at restaurant, they all have a username and password to their account, and for example they start doing liking without notifying each other. In this case, it can happen that Instagram thinks about you doing spam, and it can just ban your account. Imagine you had 20,000 followers and your account just gets banned, and you have to start all over again. For this not to happen, just connect some analytics service and get notifications when activity gets dangerous. Share access to your analytics so different people can see it. Be sure to get regular reports so you can actually be sure that you're managing account, not just posting random stuff. Be sure to track accounts, track comments in your account. Know how many bots you have, how many dummy followers you have in your account. Check geography of your audience. Check if your audience is actually interested in your posts. Be sure to know which time of posting is the best in your account. So now I hope we can get some questions, because there was a lot of information, and I hope we can get some interesting questions from our audience. Please just use the live chat window on YouTube. I will wait for about 30 seconds. If you don't get any questions, we will just move to the promo code section. Well, it looks like we don't have any questions. Then we have promo codes for Flystart Instagram Analytics that have all the features I told you before. Also, we have promo code for our partner Juicer.io, which is a great way to increase your engagement for your Instagram account and accounts on other social networks. Also, feel free to use it. We thank our partner for translating the message to their audience. So that's all. Thank you, everyone. I hope you learned something new, especially about Smart Feed on Instagram. I wish you have a great day, and you will get this presentation in PDF format tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. That's all.